What's happening, guys? Jim the Game Guru. Okay, today I'm going to Lanterns, a really beautiful abstract style of game where you're artisans and you're decorating a lake, and the person that decorates the lake the best ends up winning the game. So in this game, you collect honor points, and this game is all about optimization. It's about optimizing every time you get new lantern cards, every time you get honor points, every time you end up placing a tile down. How well can you optimize every single turn in order to get the most honor points by the end of the game? Now, I do have this expansion here, which is the Emperor's Gifts. I recently received this, so I haven't really familiarized myself with it. So in today's how-to video, I'm not going to go into gameplay with this expansion. I'm going to go into gameplay on the base game. I will show the components for both the expansion and the base game, so you can at least see the components on both. Super easy to play. It looks beautiful on the table. Instead of having cards in your main hand, you have tiles. You have these lake tiles that you have to put down. So that's one thing that's a kind of an issue for me is when it comes to shuffling, because you have all these tiles and you can't really shuffle them. Simple game, beautiful game. I really like it. Let's get into it. Let's dig into the components and do a quick how to play. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing or following. All right, let's take a look at the components that we have on the table for lanterns. On the left side over here, what we have is we have the lake tiles. This is actually a face down deck of lake tiles that we're going to be using as we put tiles down on the board. In the middle is a starting lake tile, just like that. You can see right there, it has a little boat in the middle. That is your starting tile, and it will face players in a certain direction. So as you can see here, there's 4 sides with lanterns, and in this game, you're not going to put the starting tile like this. You're going to put the starting tile kind of diagonal like that so that each of the different colors faces a certain player. Right here, I have it set up for 3 players. I have a player here, here, and here. On the left-hand side, we have the lanterns, as you can see right there. Different colored lanterns. Very pretty looking colors, small mini cards. Very basic, but they look good. And over here, we have the dedication tile. So during the game, what happens is you can make a dedication. And when you make a dedication, you can claim one of these tiles. And the ones in green, you need to have a lantern of every single color in order to redeem this during a dedication. The ones in blue, you have to have 2 of one color, 2 of another, and then 2 of another. So 3 different colors. The ones in with the red background are 4 of one color. And then the ones that are gray are not ones that you can actually redeem themselves immediately. They are ones that fill in the gap in case one of the other 3 are empty. So the minute that one of these token piles becomes empty, you can actually claim one of these generic ones. But you have to satisfy the same criteria that these other piles had in order to claim that. Every person starts off with a 3-tile hand. So in this game, your hands are not going to be cards. They're going to be lake tiles, just like that, you can see. And when you play these lake tiles, you're going to play to match them up with whatever tiles are currently on the board. And I will get into that as I go into the how-to gameplay. Over here, we have favor tokens. Now, these are going to be used in case anytime during your turn, you want to exchange one of your lantern cards with a different lantern card. That's when you'll use these favor tokens. You can actually earn these during the game if you put down a tile that has a platform. So for example, this tile right here has a platform. So if you were to match this with a color that's already out there with a different tile, you would gain 1 favor token for that. Anyone else that plays a lake tile that matches the tile that's already out there later on a different turn can also get a favor token. So that is the only way that favor tokens can be earned. So these are the components here of the base game. There are also reference cards right here. They go into like turn sequences, exactly what you can do. So on every person's turn, you can do things in a row. 1 is exchange cards. 2 is to make a dedication to grab one of these dedication tokens. And the last thing that is mandatory is you need to place a tile on the board. And then on the back, it tells you kind of dedication types and what they mean. So you can always use these to reference. Now let's take a look at some of the components from the Emperor's Gift expansion set. So in Emperor's Gift, you're going to get more of these dedication tokens to add to the piles. You're going to get more greens. You're going to get more of these blues. You will also get a yellow stack as well. And then this will have different criteria for earning these dedication ones. And they go from 9 and all the way down to 5. And another thing this expansion also adds are pavilions right here. These pavilions are going to be used on the game board. This one here is an Emperor's Pavilion. And then every player in the game has pavilions as well. Now, if you notice, there's 3 for red and 3 for blue. That's because if you're playing a 3-player game, 3 of these will be used for 1 player, and then the other 3 will be used for the other player. But when you play with 3 or 4 players, you're actually going to remove one of the reds and one of the blues, and every player will end up having 2 pavilions only. Emperor's Gift also adds additional things called gift tokens, as well as more honor tokens. And then lastly, the expansion also gives you a new starting tile that you're going to replace the existing starting tile with this starting tile. And there are additional types of cards. So here we have these cards that are called Emperor cards. And I'm not sure what exactly they do because I have not played with this expansion yet. And then you also have additional lantern cards right here, and these ones are wild cards because all the lantern cards that come in the base game are a specific color, but this expansion adds wild ones to the game, which I think is pretty cool. And then you have new reference cards that reference the abilities within the expansion, so you can use that to reference them during your turn. So that is everything that the expansion will add to the game. And like I said in my introduction, I'm not going to play with the expansion because I just received the expansion. I have yet to play with the expansion, so I'm going to stick with the base game during this how-to gameplay. The other thing to note is that I have this set up for a 3-player, but I have all the cards out here. There's actually going to be a setup for 3 players to limit the number of cards that are out. So whenever you play with 2 or 3 players, you're not going to play with the full stack. The lake tiles will be limited as well as the lantern. But I have them all out here just for demo purposes. Whenever you have the starting lake tile out, you're going to start with it flipped upside down like this. And I guess this is how they determine who the first player is in this game. You can rotate it or do whatever. The minute you flip it up, face up, whichever player the red one is facing toward is going to be the starting player. So in this case, that player is the starting player. This is the first person player token. Okay, let's put that over there. All right, let's go ahead and start digging into the how-to gameplay. All right, so there's 3 things you can do on your turn. The first 2 are optional, and the third one is mandatory. The first thing you're gonna do is you can actually pay 2 favor tokens if you have them to exchange one of your lantern cards for another one. The second thing is to make a dedication in order to get one of the dedication tokens. And the last thing on your turn is to put down a lake tile. So let's start off over here because with this first person player. Okay, so here we go. They have 1 tile that has a platform, so they can end up getting a favor token, and you could put your tiles down anywhere you want. So maybe they'll go ahead and play this one right here. They'll go like that. And what's going to happen is these 2 whites right here end up matching up. And I'll bring this up. As you can see, the lanterns on both these sides match up, so that is a matching. Anytime you have a match, what's going to happen is you will get a card of that color. So in this case, it's white. So that player gets a white lantern card. And the next thing they're going to get is they're going to get a favor token for putting that down, because it's got a platform with the matching colors, right? And then the last thing that happens when you put down a lake tile is that every single player in the game will end up getting a card based on the color that is facing them off this tile that this person placed. So orange is facing that player, so they get an orange lantern card. White is facing this player, so they get a white card. And then white is facing this player as well over here, and then this player over here gets a white lantern card. The last thing we do is we go ahead and draw a tile from the deck. That way we refill that player's hand back up to 3. Okay, so next we're gonna go to this player over here. Let's see what they have. Okay, so it looks like this person could get a double bonus if they end up putting their tile like this. If they put their tile like that, they can match the orange. And there's 2 tiles that have platforms, which means that they would get 2 favor tokens. I think they're gonna do that. So they'll do that. So they'll get an orange. And then after that, they'll get 2 favor tokens because of the double platforms on each tile. And then we're gonna see what every player gets. So that player over there gets another orange. This player gets another orange for the card that's facing them. This player over here gets a blue. So this player gets a blue, and there you go. Now we refill this person's hand back up to 3. Next, we go to this player over here. What are they gonna place? They're not gonna be able to get a double favor token bonus. Any one they match right now is only gonna be a single bonus for that, because there's no way for them to match 2 at the same time. So maybe what they'll do is they will go right here, do a match on the blue, and they will get a blue card like this. Every player will end up getting like a card from what's facing them. So red goes here. White goes over here. Now, would I have done that realistically in a real game? Maybe not. Maybe I would have gone for the path of maybe trying to play a different card to match over here to get one of the favor token bonuses. I don't know. I was just trying to do something different here just because. Now we go back to that player over there. So let's see what lantern cards everyone has. This person has, whenever you're putting your lantern cards down, you're probably going to want to stack them single file in a way. So this person's got 2 blues stacked up, a white and orange. This person has 2 whites, 2 oranges. They have 2 favor tokens. Okay, so what do we have here? So we can go ahead and maybe this person is going to do, I don't know, maybe they'll do blues like this. So they'll match up blue like that. They'll get themselves another favor token for that. They'll end up getting a blue card. So now they get a blue card out of their stack. And now every player gets the colors that are facing them. This person over here gets a purple. And now let me move this over here because it's starting to bleed into the other player's thing. So they get a purple, they get another blue gets assigned over there, and then over here it's another blue, okay? Just like that. And then we go ahead and pull another tile in order to fill up back to 3 cards in our hand. This person over here is gonna go. So you can see the game is very, very, very simple. I mean, stupid simple. So let's go ahead and put this just like this. And here we go. We've got a double bonus going on right here. You can see a blue matches a blue, red matches red there. And then that's going to be yummas. 2 cards for this player just like that. And then what's going to happen is this person will get another red because of the card that's facing them. This person over here will get a black. Okay, and then that person over there gets a green. Now, there is one alternate way of playing this game as far as the first player token marker. Apparently in the manual it says that you could put this first person player token down on a newly placed tile so that you can remember which tile was just placed. And I think sometimes it could be a good idea to do that. All right, and then now we go ahead and refill back up to a 3 cards in our hand. Let's go over here to this player. Now this person still has 2 favor, that person still has 2 favor tokens. This person has yet to get a single one, but maybe we can if we can, maybe they'll just do this. No. See, part of the challenge in this game is trying to match 2 colors at once if you can do that. And that's how you optimize in this game to get better bonuses as you're laying tiles down. The more you match, the more you get. So I'm gonna do, wow, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just do it like this. So doing it like that gives me a favor token. It also gives me 1 purple over here. And then now let's see what everyone gets. So this person over here gets a blue. That person over there gets a purple. Okay, move those over. And then this person over here gets a green. So that's the first green. And then now we go ahead and draw another tile to refill this person's hand back up to 3. Now this person's gonna go, let's see, they have 2 cards, 2 cards. They could end up going ahead and, you know what, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and pay 2 of these favor tokens, and we're going to exchange one of those for another one because they got 2 blue, 2 orange. You know, maybe they'll just trade in this purple and, I don't know, get a red or something. Okay, so now they have 2 blue, 2 red, and 2 orange. Now the next part of their turn, they're going to go ahead and make a dedication. They're going to go for this one right here that requires 3 pairs of 2 colors each. So they'll go ahead and trade all of these in, just like this. Trade those in, trade these in, and then they will get this dedication token on their side, just like that. So now they have 9 points, honor points toward the end of the game. Now, if we look at their hand, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off this little round right here. Maybe they'll just go ahead and play this here. They'll get themselves a token, and they get themselves an orange card. And then now, what does everyone get? They get a green again over there, and then this person over here gets a white. And then this person over here gets an orange, okay? So now they go ahead and refill their hand back up to 3. Come back over here. Let's see what this person's got. So now we could trade 2 if we want to end up exchanging one of these. And I might do that for this. I mean, maybe. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and pay 2. And we're going to exchange, I don't know. Let's hate on the purples right now. We're going to do another purple exchange, and we're going to exchange that for an orange. Now, I exchanged that for an orange, and now when we go to our dedication part of our turn, they're going to trade in all 4 of these oranges right here, and they're going to turn them in for one of these dedication tiles that has 4 of one color, okay? So this one right here. So they get 8 points toward the end of the game. Let's take a look at, see what we got for our tiles right now. I will just go ahead and put it just like that. And sometimes when you put your tiles down, you probably just want to put them down so that people get colors they don't need. Doing the bonus here, we've got the matchy-matchy for orange here. And then now, let's see who gets all the colors. We get another orange right here. And this is the tile we just put down. And then we got the purple over there. And then we got another orange over here. Okay, this person gets to refill up their hand. Now this person's gonna go. See, we've got a black and a red. Nope, don't have nothing black, red. We got a black, purple. Nope, no black purples. I need a red, blue. No red, blue. We got this one right here that has a platform on it, which is cool. So we could match it with that. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh, wow, that's a good one. That person nailed a good one. So they get a white for matching the white. They get a green for matching the greens. This is the one I just put. And then on top of that, they have a platform, so they get another token. Now on this person's turn, I could have went for a dedication. I didn't do that. I could have done 4 of the same color and just grab the next dedication token here if I wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now the thing to keep in mind in this game is that you can only have a maximum of 12 lantern cards on your side. So as this goes around, when it comes back to this player's turn over here, they're going to have to make a dedication on their next turn no matter what, because they cannot have more than 12 lantern cards. And that is how easy it is to play the game. You play your tiles down, you match, you get the bonus for matching. The more you match, the more cards you get. And anytime you match platform cards, the cards that the tiles that have the platforms, you get favor tokens. You can use your favor tokens in order to exchange single lantern cards. And then you just make dedications by basically paying with your lanterns back to the supply and then purchasing one of these dedication tokens. And then the person that has the most points from these dedication tokens at the end of the game wins the game. That person right there has 9. This person over here has 8 so far. But you keep playing the game until the last tile, lake tile, has been placed on the board. So you're gonna need a lot of space for this game. Now, obviously I have a tiny space here for this demo, but you're going to need a pretty decent sized table because as these kind of come out and everywhere, it's gonna take up quite a bit of room. But that's how you guys play Lanterns. It's a really cool, simple game. I actually like it a lot. I think it's pretty neat, but it's something that's really good to play with your family. And I like that. I think that maybe even some kids could grasp this game. It's that easy. But anyway, I am out of here. If you like this video, please like. If you're new here, please consider subscribing or following. And I will see you guys later. Bye.